The law of rhythm is a universal principle that governs the ebb and flow of life. Everything in existence, whether it's the cycles of nature, the highs and lows of emotions, or the rise and fall of civilizations, operates in a rhythmic dance. Understanding this law helps us align with life's natural currents instead of resisting them. In this video, we'll explore the deeper meaning of the law of rhythm, its practical implications, and how you can harmonize with its patterns to live a more balanced and fulfilling life. The law of rhythm is one of the fundamental principles that governs the universe, affecting every aspect of life. To truly understand its meaning, we must first acknowledge that life is not static. It moves in cycles, patterns, and flows. This universal law states that everything in existence operates in rhythmic cycles, from the smallest atom to the grandest galaxy. These rhythms dictate the rise and fall of energies, the transitions between seasons, and the natural order of life itself. Take a moment to observe the world around you. The sun rises and sets each day, bringing light and darkness in an unbroken rhythm. The seasons follow a predictable cycle. Spring gives way to summer, summer yields to autumn, and autumn transitions into winter before the cycle begins anew. Even our physical bodies function in rhythms, such as the beating of our hearts and the in and out flow of our breath. These examples are all manifestations of the law of rhythm, showing us that change and motion are constants in life. On a more profound level, the law of rhythm teaches us that every peak is followed by a valley, and every valley eventually leads back to a peak. In other words, no situation, whether positive or negative, is permanent. This is both a comforting and empowering truth. When life feels overwhelming, this law reminds us that better times are on the horizon. Similarly, when we're experiencing joy and success, it encourages us to remain humble and prepare for eventual shifts. The law of rhythm also applies to human emotions and experiences. Think about your own life. Have you ever felt bursts of energy and enthusiasm, only to find yourself in periods of fatigue and introspection afterward? These emotional fluctuations are natural. They're part of the rhythmic flow that keeps life dynamic and vibrant. Fighting against these cycles often leads to frustration, while learning to move with them brings peace and balance. Understanding the law of rhythm means recognizing that change is inevitable. However, this doesn't mean we are powerless. On the contrary, once we are aware of these cycles, we can learn to align ourselves with them rather than resist them. This alignment allows us to conserve energy during the lows and make the most of opportunities during the highs. Mastering this principle is a key step toward achieving harmony in life. Recognizing the rhythms in your own life is the first step to harnessing the power of the law of rhythm. To do this, you need to develop awareness of the patterns that shape your days, months, and even years. These patterns may manifest in your emotional states, productivity levels, or the way you approach relationships and challenges. For example, some people notice that their creativity ebbs and flows, with bursts of inspiration followed by periods of stagnation. Others may observe cycles of high motivation and focus that alternate with times of distraction or restlessness. Take a closer look at your personal experiences. Start by reflecting on your emotional rhythms. Do you notice specific times when you feel more energized and optimistic? Are there predictable moments when you feel the need to retreat and recharge? By identifying these cycles, you can start to anticipate their arrival and prepare for them. Instead of feeling caught off guard by a sudden lack of motivation or an emotional downturn, you'll be able to navigate these phases with intention. Physical rhythms also play a crucial role in shaping your experiences. Consider your daily energy patterns. When are you most alert and focused? When do you feel the need to rest? Recognizing these patterns can help you schedule your day more effectively, allowing you to align your activities with your natural energy flow. For instance, you might plan creative or challenging tasks during your peak energy hours and reserve quieter, more routine tasks for times when your energy is lower. Another important rhythm to recognize is the cycle of growth and rest in your life. Just as nature requires periods of dormancy to prepare for new growth, You may find that your most productive phases are often preceded by times of introspection and stillness. Understanding this can help you embrace moments of rest as an essential part of your journey, rather than viewing them as wasted time. By paying attention to these patterns, you'll begin to see the interconnectedness of all aspects of your life. Emotional, physical, and even spiritual rhythms are not separate. They influence one another in profound ways. Recognizing this interconnectedness allows you to approach your life holistically, making adjustments that honor your natural flow rather than working against it. Ultimately, recognizing the rhythms of your life is about cultivating self-awareness. It's about stepping back and observing your experiences without judgment, gaining insight into the forces that shape your journey. With this awareness, you'll be better equipped to navigate life's ups and downs, finding balance and harmony amidst the ever-changing currents. Navigating the downswings of life can feel challenging, but the law of rhythm teaches us that these moments are an essential part of the greater cycle. The lows are not mistakes or punishments. They are as natural as the changing tides, and as vital as the quiet night following a busy day. Embracing the downswings requires a shift in perspective, a willingness to see these moments not as obstacles, but as opportunities for rest, reflection, and growth. During a downturn, it's easy to become consumed by feelings of frustration, sadness, or even failure. These emotions are valid and deserve acknowledgement, but they should not define your experience of the low point. Instead, view this period as a necessary pause in the rhythm of your life. Just as an athlete requires rest to rebuild strength and avoid burnout, you too need these moments to recalibrate and prepare for the next peak. One of the most powerful ways to embrace a downswing is to practice acceptance. This doesn't mean resigning yourself to a situation or giving up. Rather, it's about recognizing that this phase is temporary and part of the natural order. Resistance to the low can lead to unnecessary stress and prolong your discomfort. When you accept the reality of the moment, you free yourself to focus on what you can control and how you can grow from the experience. Rest is a critical aspect of navigating the downswings. Modern society often glorifies constant productivity and action, making it difficult to honor the need for rest during quieter phases. However, rest is not weakness, it's wisdom. Just as winter allows the earth to recover and prepare for the growth of spring, your periods of rest enable you to recharge mentally, emotionally, and physically. Use this time to step back from the pressures of daily life, prioritize self-care, and nurture your well-being. Reflection is another key practice during low points. These moments often provide a unique vantage point from which to evaluate your life, decisions, and goals. When things slow down, you have the space to consider what's working, what's not, and what changes you might need to make. This kind of introspection can lead to valuable insights that are difficult to uncover during the hustle of everyday life. Journaling, meditating, or simply sitting in quiet contemplation can help you uncover these insights and gain clarity. Downswings can also be a time of spiritual growth. When external circumstances feel challenging, turning inward can reveal new layers of inner strength and wisdom. Many spiritual traditions emphasize the importance of embracing adversity as a means of deepening self-awareness and connecting with a higher purpose. During these times, practices like mindfulness, prayer, or engaging with inspiring texts can provide comfort and guidance. It's important to recognize that downswings often teach resilience. Every time you navigate a low point and emerge on the other side, you build a stronger foundation for handling future challenges. These experiences remind you of your capacity to adapt, learn, and persevere. They show you that no matter how difficult a situation may feel in the moment, it is not permanent, and you have the strength to move through it. Connection with others can also be a source of support during downswings. While it might be tempting to isolate yourself during challenging times, reaching out to friends, family, or a trusted mentor can provide comfort and perspective. Sharing your struggles and hearing others' experiences can remind you that you're not alone and that everyone experiences the ebb and flow of life. Finally, use this time to cultivate patience and trust in the process. The low point you're experiencing is not the end of the story. It's a chapter in a much larger narrative. Trust that just as the seasons change, so too will your current circumstances. This trust allows you to remain grounded and hopeful, even when the path ahead feels uncertain. Embracing the downswings is not about avoiding discomfort or pretending that everything is fine. It's about finding meaning and purpose within the lows, using them as a stepping stone for growth and transformation. By honoring these moments, you align yourself with the natural rhythm of life, moving through the cycles with grace and resilience. When life takes you to a high point, it's natural to feel exhilarated, energized, and on top of the world. These moments, where everything seems to fall into place, are the peaks of the rhythm of life. However, the law of rhythm reminds us that these high points are not permanent. They are a phase in the ongoing cycle. Understanding how to navigate these moments responsibly is crucial for maintaining balance and setting the stage for future success. The first key to managing the highs is mindfulness. When you're experiencing success, joy, or a surge of energy, it's easy to get swept away in the moment. While there's nothing wrong with celebrating and savoring the peak, it's important to stay present and aware. Mindfulness helps you fully experience the joy of the high without losing sight of the bigger picture. It allows you to appreciate the moment for what it is, a temporary phase that should be cherished but not clung to. During the highs, it's essential to remain grounded. Success and positive experiences can sometimes lead to overconfidence, impulsive decisions, or neglect of the habits and practices that helped you reach that peak. Staying grounded means keeping your ego in check and maintaining a sense of humility. It's a recognition that the high is not solely a result of your actions, but also a product of timing, effort, and the natural rhythms of life. This humility helps you avoid the pitfalls of arrogance or complacency. One way to stay grounded is to continue practicing gratitude. Take time to reflect on the people, circumstances, and efforts that contributed to your success. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you've achieved to the interconnectedness of everything that made it possible. It reminds you that your achievements are part of a larger system and encourages you to give back or share your blessings with others. Another important aspect of navigating the highs is maintaining balance. High energy phases can be incredibly productive and fulfilling, but they also have the potential to lead to burnout if not managed wisely. When you're riding a wave of momentum, it's tempting to push yourself harder and try to accomplish as much as possible. However, this approach can exhaust your resources and make it difficult to sustain your success. Balance means taking time to rest, even when you feel like you don't need it, and ensuring that your actions are sustainable in the long run. Highs are also an opportunity to set the stage for future growth. Use this time to invest in habits, relationships, and projects that will support you during the inevitable downswings. For example, if you're experiencing financial success, consider saving or investing a portion of your resources rather than spending it all. If you're feeling emotionally fulfilled, deepen your connections with the people who matter most to you. These actions create a safety net that will help you weather future challenges. Creativity and innovation often thrive during high energy phases. Take advantage of this time to explore new ideas, take calculated risks, or expand your horizons. However, it's important to do so with intentionality and purpose. Avoid the trap of overcommitting or scattering your energy across too many pursuits. Focus on what truly aligns with your values and long-term goals, and channel your enthusiasm into meaningful endeavors. While it's important to make the most of the highs, it's equally important to prepare for the eventual shift in rhythm. This doesn't mean living in fear of the next downswing, but rather approaching the high with awareness that it is part of a cycle. By acknowledging this reality, you can enjoy the peak without clinging to it or being caught off guard when the rhythm changes. Preparation might include setting aside time for reflection, building resilience, or simply reminding yourself that life's cycles are natural and necessary. High points are also an opportunity to inspire and uplift others. Share your energy, enthusiasm, and success with the people around you. Whether it's through mentoring, collaborating, or simply expressing kindness and generosity, your positive energy can create a ripple effect that benefits others. This not only enhances your experience of the high, but also fosters a sense of connection and purpose. Finally, savor the moment. Highs are precious, and they deserve to be celebrated. Take time to acknowledge your achievements, express your joy, and create memories that will sustain you during quieter times. Savoring doesn't mean clinging. It means fully embracing the beauty of the present without trying to hold on to it forever. This approach allows you to experience the high with open-heartedness and gratitude, knowing that it is a natural and necessary part of life's rhythm. By riding the highs responsibly, you can maximize their potential while maintaining balance and perspective. These moments of success and joy are gifts, but they are also opportunities for growth, connection, and preparation. Embrace them with mindfulness, gratitude, and humility, and you'll find that they enrich not only the present, but also the cycles of your life yet to come. Harmonizing with the law of rhythm is about learning to flow with life's natural cycles rather than resisting them. It's a journey of self-awareness, acceptance, and alignment. The law of rhythm teaches that everything moves in patterns, highs and lows, expansion and contraction, activity and rest. To live in harmony with these rhythms is to embrace their inevitability and adjust your actions, thoughts, and intentions accordingly. The first step in harmonizing with the law of rhythm is cultivating awareness. To align yourself with life's cycles, you must first understand how they show up in your own life. This involves observing the patterns that shape your emotional states, energy levels, and external circumstances. Awareness requires mindfulness, a consistent practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. When you become mindful of your rhythms, you can begin to anticipate their flow and prepare yourself to move with them. A powerful tool for building this awareness is journaling. By documenting your experiences over time, you can identify recurring patterns and gain deeper insight into your personal cycles. For example, you might notice that your energy peaks in the morning but dips in the afternoon, or that certain seasons inspire more creativity than others. Once these rhythms become clear, you can start making intentional choices that align with them, optimizing your life around your natural flow. Acceptance is another essential component of harmonizing with the law of rhythm. Many people struggle against the cycles of life, trying to prolong the highs or avoid the lows. This resistance often leads to frustration and burnout. Acceptance, on the other hand, allows you to experience each phase fully without judgment or fear. It's the recognition that every moment, whether it feels positive or challenging, has its own value and purpose. Acceptance doesn't mean complacency. It means embracing reality as it is and working within its framework. One way to practice acceptance is through meditation. Meditation helps quiet the mind's resistance to change and fosters a sense of inner peace. By sitting in stillness and observing your thoughts and emotions without attachment, you train yourself to accept the ebb and flow of life. Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to remain calm and centered, even when external circumstances shift. Alignment with the law of rhythm also involves making practical adjustments in your daily life. For example, when you're in a high energy phase, you might focus on pursuing ambitious goals, building momentum, and taking on new challenges. During low energy phases, you can shift your attention to rest, reflection, and internal work. This alignment ensures that you're not working against the current, but rather flowing with it. It's like swimming with the tide instead of against it. You conserve energy and move more effortlessly. To harmonize with the larger rhythms of the universe, it's helpful to tune into nature. Nature is a perfect reflection of the law of rhythm, with its cycles of day and night, the changing seasons, and the rhythmic flow of tides. Spending time in nature allows you to reconnect with these natural patterns and attune your own rhythms to them. Whether it's watching the sunrise, walking in the woods, or simply sitting by a river, these moments of connection remind you of the beauty and wisdom inherent in life's cycles. Harmonizing with the law of rhythm also requires flexibility. Life's rhythms are not always predictable, and unexpected changes can disrupt even the most carefully planned routines. Flexibility means staying open to these changes and adapting with grace. It's about trusting the process and knowing that every shift, even the unforeseen ones, serves a purpose in the grander scheme. Flexibility allows you to respond to life's rhythms with resilience and creativity. Another important aspect of harmonizing with the law of rhythm is setting intentions. While you cannot control the cycles themselves, you can influence how you move through them. Setting clear, purposeful intentions helps you navigate each phase with focus and clarity. For example, during a high-energy phase, you might set intentions to maximize productivity and take bold steps toward your goals. During a low-energy phase, your intentions might focus on self-care, inner healing, or simply being present. Community and connection can also play a role in aligning with the rhythms of life. Surrounding yourself with supportive and like-minded individuals helps you navigate the cycles more effectively. During high points, these connections amplify your joy and success, and during low points, they provide comfort and encouragement. Sharing your experiences with others creates a sense of belonging and reminds you that everyone is moving through their own rhythms. Spiritual practices can deepen your alignment with the law of rhythm. Whether through prayer, rituals, or acts of gratitude, these practices create a sense of connection to something greater than yourself. They remind you that you are part of a vast, interconnected universe where every cycle has meaning. Engaging with spirituality can provide guidance and reassurance, helping you find harmony even in the face of uncertainty. Finally, harmonizing with the law of rhythm means embracing life as a dynamic, ever-changing journey. It's about finding beauty in the highs, meaning in the lows, and balance in between. When you learn to flow with life's rhythms, you experience a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. You stop fighting against the currents and start dancing with them, creating a life that feels authentic, aligned, and abundant.